That is loud in the headphones.
I know. I heard it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Stretch. I'm Tricia Sloma, along with Chief Meteorologist Matt Engelbrecht. We also have Amanda Prokowski here as well.
And you could see Brandon here behind us.
I
He
know.
was helping us out this morning, getting everything in gear.
Yeah, we have so many new little graphics and gizmos to share with all of our viewers. So glad you could join us on our Morning Stretch today.
Yeah, it seems like we got back to the original music. The original, not that hard rock.
Come on, did you miss it?
Wake up with a smile.
It's back. Hey. Matt, you have to join in. You're the one that's going to be dancing.
This is not my song. This is not my song.
What?
When I dance, it's going to be something completely different. So I can't. I can't put my moves to something like that. No way.
So do we get the sneak preview of the dance song?
Absolutely
No, not even like the week of to get us excited.
No.
Wow.
No.
Fully denied.
Yeah.
I want, if you would please, sir,
Okay.
describe to our viewers what you're talking about. Because if they're just tuning in, they're going, what the what?
So over on social media, you may have seen a few posts from me. I think I put up one or two. I'm going to be dancing. It's called Dancing with Our Stars, and it's a fundraiser for the homeless shelter. And that's going to be coming up at the end of April. So between now and then, myself and Amy O'Day, we're going to be dancing, and we're going to be practicing, and we're going to go ahead and put everything out there, hopefully raising a lot of money for a great cause, but also embarrassing myself more than ever.
Do we at least get to learn the style of dance?
Yeah,
that
could you
you'll
at
be
least
doing?
tell that?
I don't even know the style of the dance. I know jazz hands. And maybe a foxtrot, swing. Like, I don't even know it. Thankfully, I'm working with a professional, and she knows what she is doing. So she's just breaking everything down very slowly.
Okay, I've heard the name O'Day. She has a studio, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah. Yep. Forever Dance over there. It's in Mishawaka.
Yeah.
So I'm going there once a week for about an hour and a half. And so the last time, this little thing, then we can move on. I set my watch to track my heart rate. And it is no joke. It was an elevated heart rate, similar to what I do, like a brisk walk around the lakes at Notre Dame. I mean, it was. I wear a headband because it does cause you to sweat a bit.
Are you feeling at other places, like, have you found, muscles that you didn't know you had?
Well, thankfully, I haven't had pride in a long time.
Oh, no.
So I really don't feel it there.
There you go.
But mainly right here.
Yeah.
No, that's Tommy Boy
So
joke.
you said this was the beginner's basics. Can you tell me a little bit about what that first day of practice looked like, Matt?
Well, the first day was what kind of song are we going to do? And we're going through all these different ones. And I didn't know what kind of dance we're going to do. And I, of course, settled on the hardest song. And she said, "Are you sure?" And I said, why would I not be sure? And now that we're 2 dances in, or at least 2 practices in, I'm like, oh, this is what you meant by the hardest.
Well, the most difficult for the best. That means you got to get out and vote. Matt is putting everything on the line. Out there.
So it's a competition. So whoever gets the most votes wins the giant trophy. And every time you vote, then you're helping to support the homeless shelter right here in South Bend.
All right. South Bend Center for the Homeless, long-time supporter of just folks who are challenged by homelessness. It's more than providing a space, a safe space for them to stay. They also have job and career development. They also have a daycare, and it's just a wonderful facility. And I know a number of people volunteer there, and they have different events throughout the year. But this is the marquee event. Again, mark your calendars, April 24th, right?
Yeah, April 24th, and it's going to be a night of just a lot of fun. And personally, so we've had a hard winter. And I have heard the stories of those that need these resources, those that depend on these resources a lot earlier than usual in years past. So it was definitely a cause that kind of hit home, both with what I do in meteorology, but also what I do to try and help and support our local community.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what dance song that I love is Fly Me to the Moon?
Oh,
okay.
That's a good ballroom song. And today I was thinking during our morning show, we could play that in the background, look at the little lunar eclipse, but then the clouds got in our way.
Yeah. Tell us about that, Matt.
Yeah, it was rough. We had that cloud cover. It was one or the other. We were either going to get a full lunar eclipse, or we were going to get light rain and clouds, and that's what we have. And I've seen that through most of the nation, especially the Midwest. The Midwest, it was not a good morning for the lunar eclipse, and we're just kind of sticking with some light rain trying to come in and across the area. And you can see it there. It's not much. I just went outside to check to see if any of it is accumulating, and it's more of a nuisance shower
right?
or some nuisance sleet than anything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So not drowning us out and by any means, but
That's right.
certainly a bit of a nuisance. Tell you what, folks, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about a special story that our Sabrina Hoover has been working on that you can catch right now at WNDU.com. We'll be back right after this. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Morning Stretch. Tricia Sloma, Matt Engelbrecht, and
Hello.
Amanda Perkowski. Hope you're having a good day. And no matter where you are and you're able to stream us, we're glad that you are joining us.
Yes, good that they are tuning in because we have a special story to share with you.
Yeah.
A local story, actually. So there's these two on their way to be collegiate athletes, we should say. They just committed. One is going to Grace College and the other one is going to Ball State. And they act like a family, but it didn't start off that way. I think Tricia can tell us a little more. So this is them when they're young.
Yes.
Right now you're looking at Reese and Jack.
Yeah, Reese and Jack, couple of first grade friends, and of course, inseparable. Usually that's how it goes when kids make fast friends, and they're over all the time. And what is fascinating is Reese even said during the story that our Sabrina Hoover did that he had times that he was just coming over maybe after school, and then it kind of stretched into the weekends. And then before you know it, he was spending more time. And these photos from mom, Janique Yoder, sharing some of these family photos with us. But that turned out to be pivotal for this kid's development as a young athlete.
Right. So they did sports together growing up, and then actually the Yoder family was able to support Reese in his endeavors and actually kind of helped guide him through this athletic journey, knew that they had the resources to be able to provide for him. So then they supported him, and now he is heading to Ball State University to continue his football career. And then Jack is going to run cross country at Grace College. So
That's
it's exciting
so
to
cool.
see that both of them now are going to be collegiate freshmen this upcoming year. So they got to get through graduation first, but things are looking good. They're smart young men.
And that's we just saw a family photo there of the Yoder family, and they have guardianship, so that he still has his family, and that's something that's important to note. He still has his family, but in the case of having resources and being able to support his academics and his athletics, the Yoders offered that. They said, hey, he's over here all the time. We'll help guide him in those areas. And that's exactly what they're doing. So it's a special story. You can find that right now at our website, WNDU.com. our Sabrina Hoover did a great job with that story. So do check it out. And congratulations, Reese Brevard, a name to watch because he's a talented kid going to be at Ball State. And, of course, his buddy, Jack Yoder, brother, too, you might as well say, he's headed off to Grace College, as Amanda just mentioned. Pretty cool story.
Yeah, we're going to hear the chirp, chirp, chirp. We have a few Ball State grads in our news station.
Yeah.
And they tell me that on third down, they make loud. They go like chirp, chirp, chirp. It's their way to intimidate, which I don't know how I feel about that. But
Yeah.
No, it's a thing.
It
they
is a
really
thing,
do. I've been to Ball State games. It's a thing.
Yeah, as long as you're intense with the chirping, I guess it can be kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a little more scary, but
Yeah.
that's just the Irish girl in me.
What I love about this story is we're seeing the photos, but Sabrina, she has footage and interview of them now. And the transformation from
look at that kid. Yeah.
First graders smiling out on the lake to mature adults, or at least mature kids that are going into their college careers, speaking like adults and treating it like a very serious decision.
You know who
that,
gets left
great.
behind? A sister right there.
Right,
Little
and that was,
sister.
That's so funny how she was just commenting like it's going to be a quiet house now that they're going off to college.
But she was so proud of them. You could hear it in her voice, the sincerity, just being so excited. But like, I'm really going to miss them.
And she's a swimmer, too.
Yep.
So, they all understand the sacrifice that athletes have to go through. So hats off to the Yoder family. And again, our thanks to Sabrina Hoover for bringing that story to light.
Yeah.
Pancakes. Can we talk about breakfast now, please?
Carb loading. Let's go.
There's
That's
something.
what swimmers do.
There's something really cool happening today, and it's all day, Amanda?
Let's go. Yes, it is National Pancake Day at IHOP. And the coolest thing about it is when you go inside, you get a free short stack, which you can see it right there. It's 3 small pancakes, which is exciting. But you know what makes it even better? You leave full, but also your heart leaves full because they actually donate. Well, they encourage you to make a donation to Feeding America. So they are providing those free Pancakes with hope that if you do have the resources that you can provide for your community members. And what's pretty amazing is that $1 actually helps translate to 10 meals for Feeding America.
That is nice. Great. And I know our local partners, the Food Bank of Northern Indiana, certainly appreciates that because they also are able to get some resources through Feeding America. So it's a wonderful help. It's helping so many people. And just think, it's a free short stack, but please be generous. Please consider donating because that's really nice what they're doing.
And hey, if you can't make it out there for breakfast, this actually goes all the way through the evening, 8 p.m. You can get these pancakes. I always like the concept of breakfast for dinner.
I love it. Well, Matt, you and your family do that often, don't you?
All the time. Yeah, it is the easiest way to get some food on the table. And hopefully, if you do donate enough, then you can help provide. It's been a year financially for some of these nonprofits, not knowing exactly where the money is going to come from. Some money's been stripped away here and there. So helping to support in this time is really beneficial.
Absolutely. Those donations stack up. See what I did there?
Mm-hmm. I see what you did there. Hey, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about some other fun things that are happening this week that you might want to take part in this week at the History Museum. Stay tuned.
That's a cool.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Morning Stretch. Tricia Sloma, Matt Engelbrecht,
We're
Amanda
back.
Perkowski. We were just talking in our break how cool it's been. And there was a polar plunge over the weekend when it was really downright cold.
Freezing for a reason. And
There
it
you
wasn't just an event. It was participation by a lot of people in this building jumping into the water. And it was a cold day. It was a cold water. Always a great cause. We have had a lot of charity the things going on just in this one podcast. Here's another one.
Right. It was a great event. And actually, our chief photographer, Don, he went in and did this big belly flop. It was pretty impressive. Freezing for a reason, and that must have hurt.
I think so. Our general manager, we have a new boss around here. He's been on staff. He's in charge of us since December. Nick Hasenitz. I did it.
You got it.
He has been a big champion of this polar plunge, and he jumped right in, literally. He said he had a theory. As long as he jumped as far as he could, that meant less time in the water.
Hey, he smiled afterward. He looked like he had a ball out there. And we had more people do it, too. Our Kevin Scholey, who's another one of our photogs, he jumped in, too, had fun. I'm trying to think who else was there. We had lots of representatives from the
Lauren
station.
and Josh were they were emceeing it. They
But
did
they
not
didn't jump in.
and they were adamant about that the week before. I thought maybe we could get them in the water, but yeah, the entire week leading up to it, they just, man, I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
No,
We
you
even
sure?
shouted
It's like,
them out during the noon show, and we're like, hey, guys.
I got to
you got
say, though,
this.
I understand.
Yeah.
Because when you're on the microphone and you are emceeing the entire program, you don't know what's going to happen once you jump in. So you are still needed at the end of this program.
Hey, it's the
Freezing.
perfect mic drop to end the day. My pitch was to them, at the end, you just jump in at the very end. It's like the perfect doop. That was my pitch. But,
Yeah.
oh, well.
That's okay. I think they did a great job. So grateful. If you want to see more from that, you can head to our website, WNDU.com, and all of that polar plunging fun and the belly flop.
No, we're talking about
Hey.
Josh and Lauren emceeing events. I
Hey.
mean, we got somebody else in this building that's got her own event that you're going to be going to. So what's going on tomorrow? For you,
Happy
Tricia?
birthday, Knute Rockne.
Yep.
Knute Rockne was born on March 4th, 1888. And if
a
you're
lot
doing
of
the
candles.
math,
A lot of candles
it's
on that cake.
138 candles. And at the History Museum tomorrow, they're actually throwing a birthday party. And they've invited me to do a presentation based on our 1-hour documentary, Knute Rockne and a Century of Champions. So it's going to be a special look at all things.
Moo.
Oh, I know. Lou Holtz included. But no, the first parts of the Knute Rockne and a Century of Champions documentary focuses on the story of Knute Rockne and that 1924 season. It was the 100th anniversary of Notre Dame's first national championship in 2024. And it was during that year that we did this ambitious project, looking back over Knute Rockne's career at Notre Dame, but also the championship coaches that followed. And it truly was a labor of love. I worked with 4 different editors. Of course, Jeannie Obringer, the archivist, who helped dig up. This is the Wake Up the Echoes. It was a documentary that aired on NBC in 1982, and some of that black and white footage was pulled out for that. So, WNDU sits on a treasure trove of video. And of course, we have access as WNDU and Notre Dame partnership, our early partnership with the university. We have and had access to all of that. So all of that's part of our archives here. Some of that is public domain already. When you look back, say, hey, it's 100 years, and that's what's considered public domain. Isn't that cool?
Hey, but you can see the 16 News Now mic right there. We were there in the action.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and I learned, so the thing about the event tomorrow is that you're going to be sharing these little bits of pieces that didn't make it into the documentary. And one of the things that came up that I don't even think about is Knute went to Notre Dame. He went to the university. We think about his football career, him being the head coach, but there was a before he became a head coach at Notre Dame. He actually attended the university.
He attended the university. He was a player who really shaped football back in the day. I mean, we're going to be sharing some of these really cool stories. And what was really neat is in 1913, he worked on the forward pass with Gus DeRay. And that is what just stunned the Army game back in 1913. And that really set Notre Dame on fire. Okay, so then he was playing under Jess Harper. Right? So then he graduates. He has a short stint playing so-called professional ball. But he came back to Notre Dame to coach. He was an assistant coach. And by 1918, he became head coach. And that happened to be the year that George Gipp was the big star of the show. And
Win one for the Gipper.
Right, but
that was a good impression.
He
Matt.
passed away in 1920 of pneumonia. And that was what, was really pivotal. You remember hearing a Knute Rockne All-American, a film that Ronald Reagan starred in. He allegedly said to Knute Rockne, just win one for the Gipper when the boys are down.
Matt, we need it again.
Win one for the Gipper.
There we go.
Is that how he sounded?
No.
Just like that.
We need to think back. We need that recording. But that's what's really special is that there's so many historical little tidbits I couldn't share in the documentary. But yeah, Knute Rockne had a rich history with Notre Dame, of course, having attended. He was a multi-sport athlete at Notre Dame. He actually ran track.
Yes.
And he taught chemistry. I mean, he was very special to Notre Dame, very smart man. And he came back, as I said, to coach in 1918. But it was after George Gipp's passing that he said, I don't really like coaching a team that has one superstar player. I want a developed, balanced team. And that's what came in 1921 and ultimately became that national championship team of 1924. So
and then again 29 and then 30 and
Yeah,
then he
you
just
got
developed
it.
a dynasty.
Yes.
I mean, you got to know your Notre Dame history as a grad. Come on, guys.
Well, and that's the cool thing is that there are statues on the outside of the stadium honoring all of these national championship coaches. So check it out if next time you're out on campus, but also check out our Century of Champions documentary because it's available at WNDU.com, and I'll be at the History Museum. The presentation is tomorrow at 1:30. Get there early if you want a seat. They're telling me it fills up fast. I have no idea, but I'm looking forward to it. What an honor to be there for the 138th birthday of Knute Rockne.
Woo-hoo.
Will there be cake?
Yes, there will be cake.
Oh, absolutely.
See?
Let them eat cake. That's what Rockne said, right?
I think Marie Antoinette said
She's
that
Notre Dame
during the
royalty.
French Revolution.
Yeah, kind of a joke there.
Oh, okay. But we're looking forward to it. I'm happy to help out with
That's
that.
fantastic.
And,
That'd be great.
it'll be good. We are going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up here on the Morning Stretch. Welcome back to the morning stretch. We are going to be wrapping things up now, but we have March is upon us, and February was rough weather-wise. I'm just happy. Did it come in like a lion or a lamb? The month of March.
No, it came in and stayed frozen all through January and February. And this month, let's see, I wouldn't call it a lion. It's not quite a lamb. What animal would be
It's a chameleon because it's going between 70 and then back to 30. It
just a moody lamb.
Doesn't know what it wants to be.
A moody lion.
Yep. So, and we're looking at a lot of rain in the forecast the second half of the week. I say a lot, 1 to 3 more than we've had. We are watching the potential for severe weather down to our south. So Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, they may be looking at some tornado days coming up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Wow. Tornado days.
Yes.
We have severe weather week coming up here in Michiana. When is that, and what do you have planned for Michiana?
So next week, all Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, is we take the entire week to just kind of focus on different aspects of severe weather, whether it's weather, to talk about tornado warnings, what it means when a warning is issued for your area, what a watch is, the difference between the two. We're actually going to be testing the tornado sirens in Indiana next week. Michigan's going to be a little bit later in the month. So every day next week, especially during our 10 a.m. weathercast, streamcast, we're going to be talking about those individual, we'll call them themes for the day.
Sure.
And go through it like that.
Hey, but our theme is rain today, right, Matt?
Cloud cover, light rain. Temperature is going to be about the same as yesterday, but it won't be nearly as sunny.
Well, and March is its own theme because it's Women's History Month, right, Amanda? What kind of fun things do we have planned for Women's History Month on 16 News Now?
Well, that is still in store. Hopefully we'll have some cool guests in studio, but I know you were shouting out those statues that are on campus, and actually Muffet McGraw is the first woman coach who's actually featured on Notre Dame's campus, and they actually came up with a new memorial too on Notre Dame, so if you haven't been there yet, it's in front of the dome, and it's this pretty cool like circle statue honoring the 50 years of women at the university, and now there's also, this is actually the 50th year of women's athletes at the university.
That's really cool.
Really
And the first sports there were actually tennis and fencing in year 1. Those were the first two.
Fencing?
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
I know
there you
someone
go.
that fences.
Oh my goodness.
She's over there.
Anyway,
Well,
so
another cool thing.
history facts for you there.
I
But the
love
best
it.
history will be at Tricia Sloma's presentation.
Oh,
Once
no,
again,
no,
that
no.
is on Wednesday.
Wow. I'll
1:30
be a part
history
of that.
news.
Be there.
But on Channel 16, We the People are all of our facts for the month of March. When we do the We the People facts, we're honoring Women's History Month and the women who've made a difference in America, because We the People, our We the People facts celebrate America's 250th birthday,
Excellent.
which will be this summer. So very cool. Looking forward to that.
That should be a lot of fun.
All right. Hey, that's it for the morning stretch, everyone.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. So glad you could join us.
Bye.
Have a great rest of your day, everyone. So long.